Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is a T6, so the 6th generation of the VW Transporter. This is a T28, so that means it's got a 2.8 tonne gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2-litre TDI Euro 6 diesel engine producing 102 PS, which is roughly 102 brake horsepower. That's accompanied with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and this started its life as a short wheelbase panel van, but as you can see probably already, it's no longer just a panel van. So what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Volkswagen Transporter Highline of this age. We'll also talk you through the conversion which has been done to this particular example, a couple of other nice enhancements as well. We'll also look at things like the service history and condition, seeing as this vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. So starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one has got rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. On a Highline, you get a number of elements which come colour-coded. That includes handles, like this one just here, above the rear number plate, the bumpers, so the rear bumper, the front bumper, and wing mirror caps all come colour-coded, and in this case, that is candy white. In terms of condition here then, at the rear of the van, looking at the condition of the rear barn doors, what I like to do is have a look in the reflections, have a look for any dents, scratches, marks, blemishes, anything like that, anything that I can see to point out to you. And it must be said, generally speaking here, it's looking really clean and tidy at the rear of the van. There is a slight crease here potentially. If I look in the reflection there, I don't even know if it is very minor and subtle, but there's maybe a slight crease just there. And you can see a little mark just here above my finger where possibly something has closed in the door maybe there. Overall though, as I say, looking very nice and presentable here at the rear of the vehicle. Looking at the rear bumper, there is a little mark just down there as well, which we can just neatly touch in candy white as well, just to improve that slightly. If we open up the rear doors then, we can start to have a look inside the rear of the vehicle. So opening up the barn doors, you can now see that, as I say, this is no longer just a panel van in the back. So first thing to note, lovely condition in the back of here, inside of the rear doors, in the panels just here. It's all looking really clean and tidy indeed. Now, this one has had a full Kombi conversion. So second row of seats has been added. You can see here straight away, well, we can tell straight away that these are genuine VW seats, which is always fantastic. Proper VW fixings in the floor, but also it's got a proper Kombi floor in the back as well. So the nice soft touch Kombi floor. It's also got the proper cutouts for the low down points, and also the correct placement here for the toolkit there in the back of the van. But again, generally speaking, lovely condition there inside the back of the vehicle. You can open the rear doors right out to their full 180-degree position just by pushing on that little control there, and that, as it allows you to open it right out like so. You can do exactly the same with the other door as well. Continuing to go around the outside of the vehicle then, looking here down the driver's side of the vehicle then, so having a look here, we can see again just a couple of little sort of crease and little pin dent just there. I don't know if you can sort of make that out at the very back here, but that is being quite fussy really, because again, generally speaking, in very presentable order indeed. I say this is what I like to do here, is just have a look in these reflections, look down the side of the vehicle, and this tells us usually quite a story here. I believe this wing has had paint at some point in its life. Just the sort of finish to the paint, I believe, I say this has probably had paint at some point in its life. And looking for any marks here, so you can see a tiny little mark just there above my finger. And there is a blemish here in the paint in this area just here. So it's just almost like just a patch of sort of lighter colour just there. But again, that is me being very critical, and it's certainly a very presentable vehicle indeed. This has got a lovely brand new set actually of Davenport 17-inch Volkswagen alloy wheels. They've also got, of course, brand new Continental tyres on it. These wheels actually came off a delivery miles of Volkswagen Transporter, and I think they set the vehicle off very, very nicely indeed. Looking at the side windows then, of course, side windows have been added as part of the Kombi conversion, and these are opening windows, of course, and you can see there's a nice set of roof bars on there as well, with crossbars for some added practicality. If we open up the driver's door then, we can start to have a look inside the cab from here. So looking at the driver's door card, that's all in really good order. That is the factory bin, which comes in the door pocket. Electric windows, electric heated mirrors, all of this comes as standard. You can see this van comes with 2 full flip remote keys. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel. There is some wear to the leather on the steering wheel just here, which is very common to see. We see this an awful lot on transporters, especially with this mileage. But as I say, just wears on the sort of the leading edge of the leather. Of course, doesn't take away from its function at all. Still feels nice and comfy in the hand, but just worth noting that. On the left-hand side, then you've got your cruise control settings there and the volume for the radio. On the right-hand side, then the onboard computer controls just there as well. Into the centre then, you can see the mileage there, 73,929 miles, and you can see it's all idling correctly, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's worth noting as well, this van actually drives very, very nice. I've driven it myself. It drives really, really well. Of course, we've been right through it in the workshop also, which I'll come on to in just a second. Looking at the driver's seat, lovely condition here, the driver's seat. We've also got, of course, the twin armrest here, which you can adjust using this dial underneath each armrest. You can of course see that we've got the twin passenger seats there, and you've got some storage underneath there, which I'll show you. Looking at the gear stick then, you've got 5-speed manual gearbox, again very similar to the steering wheel. You've got a bit of wear here to the leather on the gear stick, and very common to see that. On the left hand side then, you can see we've got the heated windscreen, that comes as standard. USB point over here, and you've also got air conditioning as well. Up on top then, you can see the screen here. You've got DAB radio. Of course, you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well. When you put the vehicle into reverse, that gives you your parking sensor display there. You can also connect a device here using the AUX port, or also an SD card slot there as well, or a memory card in there as well if you want to. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle. So having a look at the bonnet, there are some stone chips here. I can see to the bonnet again. We could just neatly touch these in the candy white, but I'd say certainly worth mentioning a couple of stone chips just there. And have a look at low down on the front bumper then. Again, the odd stone chip here or there, but generally speaking, looking really, really nice indeed. And we've also got the front fog lights lower down just there. Finally then, on the outside of the vehicle, having a look here down the passenger side of the vehicle. And having a look here, this actually looks pretty good down here. Again, you could argue that this has maybe had some paint down this side at some point in its life, maybe in this rear quarter potentially. But generally speaking, as a very presentable indeed. If we open up the side loading door, this gives you another aspect then of the Kombi seats, which have been added of course from this angle. So it's a full 3-seater bench here, and you've got the ISOFIX compatibility on the 2 outer seats. Lovely condition of those seats there, and of course you can fold those down, you can remove them very easily. Have a look at the condition of the step, the floor, all in really good order. Opening up the passenger door then, lovely condition there on the inside of the passenger door, same with the step. And having a look at these seats, these flip forward, and this gives you then plenty of storage there underneath the passenger seats. The full wallet, the full leather wallet up there with all the books and everything in there also. We do have service history with this vehicle, so we've got a number of VW services actually, which we have evidence of. Crucially, it was most recently serviced back tail end of 2023, I believe, and not that many miles ago. We have listed that in the advert, and crucially this vehicle has had the timing belt changed as well, and again we've listed the date and the mileage of that in the advert. If you'd like to see the full advert of this vehicle, you can head over to our website, which is listed here on the sign, so bridgeendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the photography, the price, and the description of the vehicle, and of course along with all of the others that we've currently got advertised. There's a number of ways you can contact us on the website, but we always urge you to reach out by either of the numbers listed there, the bottom left hand side of the sign. The vehicle will be supplied with 12 months AA warranty. We can deliver our vans nationwide. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, whether it be for cars, for a limited company or for private individuals, and we can take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.